morning and welcome to LS TV1. You're watching the news in English. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Amie, Fadera, and these are the headlines from the Standard and Voice newspapers. Sold Baji, 2 others taken to police. UDP files for renewal of ruling on election petition. Many Gambians feared dead in New York fire. Fajikunda resident hit to death with stone. This and more other stories coming ahead your way. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and now the news in details. We begin our today's news with the Standard newspaper. Sold Baji, 2 others taken to police custody. The Standard has been reliably informed that the former State Guard Commander General Sol Baji and 2 others, Major Landing Tamba and WO2 Musa Baji, were taken to the police headquarters yesterday evening for interrogation. 2 weeks ago, the former powerful State Guard commander, implicated in several alleged crimes by the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission, returned to Banjul from Equatorial Guinea with nearly a dozen personal security details of former President Jammeh. Since they arrived in the country, they were being held at some undisclosed location. But last night, a reliable source told the Standard that, and I quote, "I confirm to you that General Sol Baji, Major Landing Tamba and WO2 Musa Baji were taken to police headquarters for questioning." In its report, the TRC recommended that Sol Baji to be prosecuted for, among other things, his alleged participation in killing of 9 death row inmates and the attempted murder of lawyer Usman Silla. The testimonies before the TRC also alleged that Sol Baji gave the order on behalf of Yaya Jammeh to the junglers to eliminate Baba Job. According to Pa Usman Sane, Sol Baji allegedly participated in the physical torture of 2016 coups. According to Pa Usman Sane, Sol Baji allegedly participated in the physical torture of 2006 alleged coups, was a member of investigative panel at the NIA who were used to torture against accused person, and knew that the UDP detainees were being tortured in 2016 but failed to prevent, investigate and punish perpetrators. The report also recommended that the prosecution of Landing Tamba and Musa Baji for their alleged involvement in the killing of the West African migrants. UDP files for review of ruling on election petition. The opposition United Democratic Party yesterday filed an application to the Supreme Court for a review of its decision to strike out the election petition brought by the party against President-elect Barrows and the IEC on the grounds of technicality. The UDP's application for a review is in accordance with Section 8 of the Supreme Court Act, Chapter Cap and Rule 54C and D of the Supreme Court Amendment Rules 2015, which provide that the court may review any decision made or given by it on any of the following grounds: A, exceptional circumstances which have ruled in a miscarriage of justice; B, discovery of a new and important matter or evidence which, after the exercise of due diligence, was within the applicant's knowledge or could not be produced by him at the time when the decision was given. The UDP's first application for a review outlined that there is a prima facie case for the court to revisit its ruling of the 28th December 2021 in the interest of ensuring that its election petition is heard and disposed on its merit and not by some technical sidewind that has deprived the petitioner and its constituents of their right to a fair hearing. We therefore urge this august court to hold that the petitioner's application discloses sufficient grounds to warrant the leave of the court to bring a substantive application for the review. We move the court in terms of the motion expert and submit that the prayer ought to be granted in the interest of a fair hearing and in order to avert a gross miscarriage of justice. The UDP lawyer prayed in their application. Legal sources told the Standard newspaper that once the application is admitted, the Supreme Court will now convene a panel of 7 judges to sit over it. Buhari expected at Barrows inauguration. Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari is expected in Banjul soon to attend the inauguration of President-elect Adama Barrow on January 19th. Sahara report said there is a trip to Gambia coming up. The Advance Party is leaving next week, so Buhari will leave a few days after their departure. He is going to the swearing-in of the Gambian president, a top Nigerian official source told Sahara reporters. The Standard contacted a source in the Gambian government who could only say that the heads of state have been invited to the ceremony. Many Gambians fear death in New York fire. Numerous sources in the Gambia and America have claimed that many Gambians are feared to be among the 9 of them children who died in a horrific apartment complex fire in Bronx, New York City on Sunday. Dozens more are hospitalized in critical conditions. Newly elected Mayor Eric Adams said many of those who live in the building are Muslim migrants from the Gambia. He described the fire as a horrific, painful moment. The impact of this fire is going to really bring a level of pain and despair in this city. Adams told the press, "This is going to be one of the worst fires we have witnessed in the city of New York in modern times." Adams said that individuals affected by the fire who requested government aid will not be returned over to immigration officials regardless of their residency status. FNDY Commissioner Daniel Negro said in a press conference Sunday night that the fire was caused by a malfunctioning electric space heater in a residence that spanned 2 floors of the apartment complex. When those living in the apartment fled, they left the door open, allowing smoke from the blaze to escape throughout the building. New York passed a law requiring that large apartment buildings to leave self-closing doors following an earlier deadly fire in the Bronx. It wasn't immediately clear how the door was able to remain open Sunday. The door to that apartment, unfortunately, when the residents left, was left open. It did not close by itself, Negro said. The smoke spread throughout the building, those tremendous loss of life and people fighting for their lives right now in hospital all over Bronx. The Standard contacted the senior Gambian government official who said as of last night, about 4 people are confirmed to be Gambians, while lots of other Gambians known to be living the building are missing. 3 women found guilty of assaulting sister-in-law. 3 women from Nema Kunku accused of beating their brother's wife, leaving her with serious injuries, have been found guilty by the Bundung Magistrate Court. Magistrate Modu Njai said he was convinced that the accused person, Alimatu Ba, 29, Fatumata Ba, 25, and Taibatu Ba, 23, assaulted their brother's wife, Fatumata Dalanda Sow, saying the picture tendered by the prosecution confirmed the complainant's wounds, which indicates that she did sustain injuries on her forehead and eyebrows from the assault. The trio are accused of assaulting Fatumata with a cooking spoon, causing her bodily harm. They denied the allegation. 3 witnesses to testified for the prosecution include the complainant and her husband, but the court held that the trio were unable to contradict the evidences of the complainant and her husband. I found their evidence to be credible, consistent, and unequivocal. Chu said he ruled, saying the prosecution has proven their case beyond reasonable doubts against the convicts. Passing judgment, he said the conviction of the trio should be suspended for a period of 3 years, whereby they shall keep space and good behavior towards the complainant in default shall be brought for sentence. He ordered Alimatu to compensate the complainant with $5,000. Fatoumata Ba and Taibatu will each pay $2,500 to her. And now to the Voice newspaper. Fajikunda resident hit to death with stone. Lamin Dabo, a resident of Fajikunda, was on Sunday, 9th January 2022, hit to death by Buba Dabo with a stone after the duo had a bitter quarrel over performing ablution. Police said an investigation has been opened into the incident and that the alleged killer, Buba Dabo, is currently under custody at Fajikunda police station, helping the police in their investigations. According to an eyewitness, the quarrel started when the victim asked his alleged killer to judiciously use water for ablution. He added that when the fight broke out between the two, Buba Dabo hit the victim with a stone on his head, while the victim was later rushed at the Fajikunda Health Center, where he was pronounced dead. Bakari Mankajang, also an eyewitness, said this was when Lamin Dabo got angry and they both went haywire. People separated them until everything got calm. That was when Buba took a stone and attacked Lamin Dabo by hitting him on the head, which made him fall down. On that spot, people took him to the Fajikunda Health Center before he was referred to the Ndemban Clinic in Bakau. Witnesses explained when the victim arrived at the Ndemban Clinic, he was given oxygen but not at the appropriate time. Yesterday around 12 a.m., there was information that the man had died, he added. However, relatives of the two Dabos said that both the victim and the alleged killer were not known for problem in the community. And now to our last story from the Voice newspaper. Duduja frowns at those using Jammeh's victim as political tools. Duduja, the deputy spokesperson for the APRC, has frowned at people whom he said are using the victims of former President Yahya Jammeh as political tools for their interest, but added that APRC is willing and ready to support the victims and reconcile the country for peace and development. Mr. Jah, who was speaking at Star FM during a popular Week Up Gambia talk show, said, "What we believe in is reconciliation. What has happened had happened, and now let's reconcile and move on. But some people want to take the issue of victims and politicalize it, and this is not politics. Yes, victims are here and we should try to ensure they are given reparations, and even if some of them violated the rights of others and their rights were also violated, we should reconcile and move on. There are many, and that's why I said one of the victims is my younger brother, because his mother and my father are from the same parents, and he is Abubakar Kamara, and he was a commando at State House. He had some problems and he went with them to court and won, and they came and met me at his mother's house looking for him, and I asked his mother what's wrong, and she replied, they said I must tell them where Abu is. And I told her, don't tell them. I tell them he left the country, and I can name many other people who were victims, he explained. APRC is a party owned by Gambians. Therefore, let us not take the issue of victims and create enmity to say that we were in power, and anyone who comes out and say he or she is a victim, we should not see them as enemies. The party respect them, and any supporter the party can do for the victims, they would do it, he said. Okay, viewers, those are the news we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Do join us tomorrow, same time, same place for more news. Until then, do stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs. Until then, bye for now.